pace myself on the road. Taking these steps, gotta put a little pep in my footwork if I wanna go the extra mile. I'm not eager to get to the finish line, but I'll be damned if I don't win the race. I just wanna taste from. Greetings from the south side of the universe. It's your cousin Jose De La Soul. Welcome back to the video. Today in this video, I'm gonna be taking y'all through my step-by-step process, how I not only made the beat, but also mixed the vocals for my brand new song, Hey What's New, off of my brand new EP, Because Rent Was Due, which is out now on Bandcamp and Even. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit that like button, and let me know in the comments if y'all want to see more videos like this. I love taking people through my process when it comes to making beats, and mixing my vocals and mastering my songs from time to time. So I would love to just do that and show y'all that process. Sorry, I'm sweating. Okay, it's Alabama. It's hot as hell. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, what I did for this song was I sampled 2 records. The first song that I sampled, I wouldn't say I sampled it. I just took like the beginning part of one song and used it as like the introduction to the actual meat and potatoes of the beat, which is the song that I actually sampled and chopped up. I didn't really like the start of the first song that I actually sampled and chopped it up. I didn't like it, so I was like, I gotta find another record that I can use to kind of use as like an introduction type shit. So I found this record. It's right here. I'm put it up there. I know I usually don't tell people the names of the samples, but I'm letting y'all know because, you know, yeah, cuz I fuck with y'all. Next, what I did was I found this other record, which is called You're Going Down by Square Pusher. And after throwing everything into Serato Sample, this is what it sounds like after I chopped everything up and I came up with this. When it comes to effects, I just put on a sketch cassette, as you can see right there. I put on a sketch cassette and I did a simple little EQ. And for the preset on the sketch cassette, I used the clean and subtle preset, and I liked it. It was very just not chill, but I just needed something very simple to put on the mixing track to give it like some type of taste. So yeah, as far as the EQ, I just cut some lows and highs out. I just cut out some frequencies that I didn't want in the beat, and yeah, that was pretty much it. I was gonna add like my own drums, but I was like, nah, it's already got some percussions playing in the background. So I was like, I really utilized the chops in this record to kind of provide a certain type of je ne sais quoi, I'd say, you know, to be fancy. Just to kind of give the drums a little flavor, because I didn't want to use like the same chop and be basic with it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now I just want to clarify, when you go check out my project, if you decide to go check out my project Because Rent Was Due, I just want to let everyone know that I did the mixing for Hey What's New, and I did the mixing and mastering for the other 2 songs on there. But when it comes to the mastering for Hey What's New, I did not do that. That was my good friend I.K.TOMII. I'm gonna put a picture of him up there so y'all can see him. He's a good looking guy, right? Charming fellow. Um, I am going to put his links in the description below so y'all can go check him out. He's a producer, singer, songwriter. Uh, I said producer, singer, songwriter. Um, he's also makes really great music. He just dropped part one of his album Mitosis. So y'all should definitely go check his music out. I'm gonna leave his social media, his Instagram, TikTok, his music, where you can go check out his music on Spotify and stuff. I'm gonna put all that in the description. Um, he also mixes and masters. So if y'all need mixing and mastering services, and you need someone who does it at a very good quality level at an affordable price, definitely go check him out. Super talented. I have been asked this question several times. Where do you record your music? Where do you go and record things? And when you're writing songs, where do you go do it? This is where. I go and I record all of my music in my bedroom. I have always recorded music in my bedroom or somewhere in the house. Um, I've never been interested in like studios, and I'm not knocking anybody that goes to the studio and record. There's nothing wrong with that. I just never liked paying for studio time. Um, I used to watch YouTubers, not YouTubers, but I used to watch producers who made beats on YouTube, and I always was like, damn, they have a studio in their house. I need to get that. And I'll never forget when I got my first real job. I was recording music, and I used to record music when I got my first like music equipment set up. When I first got FL, and I first got my first laptop, audio interface, keyboard, and microphone, I was recording everything in my dad's uh, closet in his townhouse that we stayed in when I was in high school, when I was finishing up high school. So I've literally every song that you have ever heard from me in the last 5 years, well, 6 years actually, the last 6 years, um, everything has been recorded. I said six. I meant to say five. It's five. Everything that you have ever heard from me in the last 5 years has been recorded in this room. From some of my best projects, singles, all of it has been recorded in this room. In this very tiny, compact room, I've recorded all of my music. So, you don't really need to go to the studio. All you need is some good room treatment. And look, my room ain't even got no panels, studio panels. I used to have the panels. Like I used to really rock with the studio panels. But what happened was, I took them down because I was like, I want to get some new ones. But what really helps, like with the room treatment, is like I have stuff in my room. Like I have a dresser right here. I have a ottoman in this corner, and I have my bed behind me. So like having stuff in your room can be good for room treatment as well. So yeah, you don't even need all of it. You don't need, like, you can use panels if you want to. I even thought about getting panels in the future. Uh, but yeah, that's all. Like I said, I've recorded most of my songs that I've released in the last couple years in here. So yeah. So when it comes to in terms of mixing, what I do is, um, I try to listen to other people's music. Um, but I don't know if what I'm about to say is right. But if you've been mixing for a very long time, y'all tell me if you've been mixing and mastering for a very long time. You tell me if I'm wrong, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I think that when you're studying other people's mixing and mastering techniques, if they're using certain plugins on their mixing and mastering, like channel rack or pre or rack or whatever you want to call it, the mixing rack that they're like have, if they're using like certain plugins, I feel like you can get a good idea of what the mix should sound, but you can't base your mix off of what they're doing when you're using stock plugins. Um, because when you're using stock plugins like me, it's kind of hard. You can't expect to get the same sound in your mix and the same quality in your mix that you got, that not what you got, but what somebody else has that's using Fab Filter, EQ, and all this other shit, right? They're using a bunch of paid mixing plugins, mixing and mastering plugins. So you owe. What am I trying to say? For me, what I do is I listen to, who is it? When it comes to getting a good idea of what I could achieve with mixing and mastering, I listen to my friend who I spoke about earlier. I listen to his mixes, IK.TOMII, because I think he don't use like a lot of paid plugins. I don't, at least I don't think so. Um, and I try to replicate what he does in his mixing and mastering process. Uh, and I try to capture that sound that he gets, because like I said, I'm pretty sure he doesn't use a whole lot of paid mixing and mastering plugins. So I try to achieve what I can with stock plugins and free plugins from watching what someone else does who has the same similar setup as me. So yeah. So for the first channel rack, that is for the like the top layer. Um I have a second verse. Well, it's not the second verse. It's the first verse, but um I lower it and then I put on another patcher, a fruity stereo shaper and a fruity love filter, and I open another patcher and use the de-esser to um cut out like the S's and things like that. And I have another patcher on there as well. Also, I wanted to talk about like the fruity limiter. For the fruity limiter, I connect the layer, which is right here, from what you're looking at right now. Um, I connect the channel, the layer channel. I connect that to the main verse, and I put a fruity limiter on there so that, you know, I can tweak the loudness and stuff and compress it down so that when so it sounds good together, like it sounds squished down, not too squished to where you can't hear it, but it sounds decent, you know what I mean? um and that same setup, I do the same thing for the second verse. I just tweak a couple of the EQs, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't want to make this a long ass video. But if y'all would like to see a in-depth long video of me mixing and mastering a song, I might do it in the future, just for, just to show y'all. If y'all would like an in-depth long video of how I mix and master my songs and like showing y'all everything step by step by step by step by step by step, y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to deliver. Um, Now, before we end this video, and I let y'all hear the full beat and the full song, not the full beat, but in the full song, but let y'all hear a little bit of the song. I just want to say, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications. Join the family. You know, I don't post frequently, but I try to post when I have a good video idea and, you know, try to create it and post it on here. I've been consistent for a little bit now, so I'm gonna continue to be consistent. And, you know, go check out Because Rent Was Due, which is out now exclusively on Bandcamp and Even, and all those those two platforms. I don't post music on streaming, so if you ask me, I just told you I don't put music on streaming platforms. But yeah, other than that, that's it, y'all. Be sure to go check out the EP. You can also go on Bandcamp and check out my entire discography. You do not have to, if you don't want to. Solely up to you. But other than that, as always, this has been your Cuzzo, and much love from the south side of the universe. Getting this pressure up off my soul. I walk with pride in these size 9s. Ain't got the time for hoes switching sides. Wash your ass out like detergent if you ever try to turn the tide. The weight I tote, you can never understand this pain I carry. But this the baggage that I claim. Was never in this rap game for the fame. I observe the goats that you stand. All my heroes are idolized, turning to cornballs. Paparazzi capturing digital JPEGs. Got them thinking they the leader of the Renaissance. Head honcho of the mafia. Don the baby boy tweeting on the internet saying he a Nazi.